All right, so I want to encourage all of my employees or independent contractors, whether you're W-2, 1099, doesn't matter. Make sure when you are watching videos to learn and obtain advice and information to better yourself from other people that you don't know, mostly on social media, be mindful. Context is essential. It's key, okay? Because these people might not value the same thing you value. I've seen a lot of real estate agents in the field that I'm in 1099 side, go and listen to like all these realtors who made all this money from what they say on social media. But the reality is a lot of their values are not the same. They'll tell you to quit your job. They'll tell you to go all in and go hard. And yet a lot of them aren't married. A lot of them don't have children. And you're married with kids, for example, or you could be single but have kids, and your time and priority is not the same as theirs. They don't really want kids because they know that kids require time. But they're not going to tell you that on that video. All they're going to do is pump up how much money they made in the last year or how long they've been doing it, and now they can work whenever they want. Kudos to them, but they missed out 20 years of having kids and experience with their kids because they don't have any. You do. So it depends on what you value, right? If you're an employee and you're working a so-called 9-to-5 job for a company and you're watching someone else tell you how to come up in it, same thing goes to you. They might not value what you value. They might be some upper hiring manager or director close to the CEO or the owner of the company making all this money, but then they got to give a lot of time, like 60 plus hours to manage that. You might not have that much time to go to a job because you value your kids. Notice a lot of those people end up getting divorced a lot. It happens because, they choosing money over their family, essentially, even though they're trying to take care of their family. Unfortunately, if you're not available at home and you're available at your job all the time, hey, it's going to take an impact and toll on your marriage. It happens. So I would encourage people to just weigh things and do things that's based on their priorities. And if you can take advice and get better, that's great. But just don't take every random person on social media as word of law. Use it as a starting point, but really factor in what your values are. And if their values don't match your values, what they're talking about might not work for you, right? That's why a lot of people end up failing in aspects of trying to reach success because they never took time to understand what they actually value. And instead, they're just looking at how much money they can make, and that's it. And that's a very narrow-minded way. So as a person who's done both, I strongly encourage you, make sure you prioritize what you value, especially if you have a family. Do not put your kids at jeopardy and risk just because you, at 30 or 40 years of age, decided to become some business owner and try to make something work when people have been doing that for 20 years. They're not going to tell you that. They've been doing it since they was like 21, 25. They never really worked a job. Or they took the skills from the job and then they quit. And then they've been doing it for like 10 plus years, right? They're not going to tell you that. But you think that they've been quit the job and got rich overnight. They don't tell you specifically the length of time when they quit their job. They're like, oh yeah, I did that 15 years ago when you asked them. But they didn't say that in the video. And that's important to know because people really think these people were working jobs like they are and quit and got rich in 1 year after quitting. Like, that's not the reality for a majority of the business owners out here. It took time to get that business developed. Time, a lot of time. All right. So many blessings, whichever route you go, whether it's employee, W-2, or 1099 business owner / independent contractor, make sure your values are upheld and make sure you be the best you can with what you have. Many blessings.